Alright, we're back for more spooks. The back in an hour turned into back in 2 hours, but sometimes it's how it goes, right? Okay, we got our timer going down, ticking down, counting down to Alan Wake 2. We're playing Alan Wake 1 for the first time. I'm not usually so excited about a sequel that I haven't played the original to, but Alan Wake 2 just looks so awesome that I'm invested before even playing the original. Speaking of, let's press any button to play. We're going to do normal. We're a normal kind of guy. Normal guy playing normal difficulty.
Stephen King once wrote that nightmares exist outside of logic, and there's little fun to be had in explanations. They're antithetical to the
Emissary Vex,
poetry
what's
of
going
fear.
on?
In a horror story,
Well, I appreciate you coming by for a little bit.
But there can be no explanation, and there shouldn't be one. The unanswered mystery is what stays with us the longest, and it's what we'll remember in the end.
Have you played this one?
My name is Alan Wake. I'm a writer.
No, I've already told her
I've always had
how
a
normal I
vivid
am.
imagination.
I tell her
But
often.
this dream unsettled me. It was wild and dark and weird, even by my standards. So yes,
Never played
began
it.
with a dream.
We're in the same boat. The same boat heading towards this
Following
lighthouse.
a typical nightmare pattern, I was late, desperately trying to reach my destination, a lighthouse. For some urgent reason, I couldn't remember. I'd been driving too fast down a coastal road to get there.
Oh, jeez.
I'd seen the hitchhiker too late. He was dead. I was convinced they'd put me in jail and I would never see Alice again.
Yeah, that had to be the twist here. I mean, it would be a bold choice to start with your
Suddenly,
protagonist
his body was gone.
killing a pedestrian.
I was in shock from the crash. I could hardly stay on my feet.
Look up to the light. Oh no, we don't do that. I don't know how those people's brains work, but they're out there, the inversions. The inverted. I'm not one of you.
The radiator had broken when I hit the hitchhiker. The car wasn't going anywhere. I was certain I had just driven from this direction, but now the road was blocked.
Do you want to know my 100% guaranteed secret to a good night's sleep?
I had
Absolutely.
to go to the lighthouse. I knew there
Hit
was
me with
something
it.
important waiting for me there.
I could use that, because I don't get that often. I'd like to have some subtitles going. Can we get that? We can. Enabled. Okay. Donate like a gallon. Yeah, that'll do it. They let you do it by the gallon out there, huh? I tried. They said, no, sir. You've given enough. I wasn't even in it for, like, the benefit of humanity. I just wanted more cookies. I said, if I give another pint, will you give me another cookie here?
The bridge had collapsed. I'd have to find another way to the lighthouse.
There's always a man, there's always a lighthouse. You don't even have to donate it. You can just, like, drain it into the sink. There you go. Yeah, you know, I have some tubing here from a project I was working on. So I just need, like, I just need to open a vein and let it out, huh? What is this?
You don't even recognize me, do you, Ryder? You think you're God? You think you can just make up stuff? Play with people's lives and kill them when you think it adds to the drama? You're in this story now, and I'll make you suffer. There would be a single readable sentence in your books if it wasn't for your editor. You
Man. Hit me right in the,
You missed your deadline.
I mean, any writer is gonna have those moments like, why am I doing this?
You can't stop me.
Wait, what was the dodge again? Oh. Okay, let's try and actually... What? Oh, I was misunderstanding that. I was trying to click it in like it was a parry or something. Okay. Good work.
I realized that the hitchhiker was a
Alright.
character from the story I'd been working on.
I'm sorry, self-harm is TOS, but thank you for indulging me. Well, we weren't doing self-harm. It wasn't that. It was a donation. But you're right. You got me on that. You're a little devil on the shoulder. Tempted me into
How does it feel to
inadvertently
die by the hands of your own
crossing a line somewhere, right? Not one to joke about such things. Also, let me know if this volume level is like drowning me out or if I'm drowning it out. When I was testing it, it seemed really quiet. Now it's very loud. Volume is fine. Cool, thank you. Why is my stream tagged control? Is it? Oh, there's a tag control on there, right? But it's not. It's under Alan Wake, right? Just because there's overlap. It's part of the control extended universe.
Oh no! Stop! No! Damn it, die! No! No! No!
I was trapped. There was no way out. Cabin was a death trap. I had to get out.
Nice, let's do that.
Follow the light.
You are hurt. You should go into the light. You are only safe there.
The light heals me, huh? Actually,
Well done.
it does.
I have
right?
something important to tell you. It goes like this. For he did not know that beyond the lake he called home lies a deeper, darker ocean green. Lies it where waves are both wilder and more serene. To its ports I've been. To its ports I've been. Do you understand?
No.
Follow my light.
Save. I'm on it. I'm actually going to turn it down a little bit for me. Let me know if the, let me know if that game is too quiet now. But,
This way. There's no time.
it got very loud suddenly. Just alien UFO nonsense. Who is talking? Alien UFO nonsense. We can't know for sure yet. We don't know what kind of writer Alan Wake is yet. Is he a hack? Or is there something to this?
The hitchhiker has been taken over by the dark presence.
Nice.
You can't hurt him now. The darkness protects him from all harm. Only light can drive the darkness away and make him vulnerable again. Here, take the light.
Give the flashlight.
Turn your flashlight toward him and burn the darkness away. You did it. Now the darkness no longer protects him, but it's still inside, controlling him. He can't be saved. He's still a threat. He is still your enemy. Here, take the gun.
Now you'll die.
How are we aiming this thing? Maybe we're not.
Good. You've done well. Remember what I've taught you. That is all. I will give you back your dream now.
In the nightmare, a terrible darkness was taking over the world. The lighthouse was the last
do on
safe
this game.
place on Earth.
But like, you have over 4,000 games in your backlog? Yeah, tell me about it. Oh, we got a trophy because we did such a good job. So there's a good chance I'll forget I saw this before I ever get around to it. Did you ever see Scanner Somber? Scanner Somber? No, what is that? Is that a movie? I know Scanners, the Cronenberg movie. Use finger guns to kill ghosts. What is that timer under the webcam? It is for Alan Wake 2. I guess it's not very clear, but that's when Alan Wake 2 releases. It's coming out later this week. I'm excited about it. It looks really cool. And I'm drinking another cup of coffee, the afternoon cup. I don't usually do that, but every once in a while, on the weekend, I feel a little frisky. And I do a cup number 3. That's the same mug you used last time I asked. It's almost like I only have one mug that I drink out of.
This way.
It's almost like that, but it's not like that. It couldn't be like that. It wouldn't be. That's not the trigger. It's a video game where you're blind in a cave and you can only see using a LED echo device. Were you talking about this game? I feel like someone was talking about this game. This sounds familiar.
This is it, bitch.
Where did we get another trophy, huh? Whoa, 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 whoa. Is it better just to run from everybody? Jeez. Healed by the light. So the reason I am back 2 hours after quitting instead of an hour is because I went for a walk. It's a beautiful day. And I do feel healed by the light. Flare gun. Alright, so there's no, like, aiming of the gun. Unless you're just... I guess you have to just do it along with the flashlight, huh? Okay. It's not me. I never played this before. You're so jealous of me. I work 6 days a week and I'm probably gonna snap. Oh, do you really? Do you have the same day off every week? And what day is it? When I lived in China, I did 6-day weeks for that job, and that it does get to you. It sucked, and I didn't have weekends off. So like, I was teaching there too. So I'd meet other teachers, and they're like, "Hey, we're taking a bus to this town this weekend. We're going here. Come with us." I'm like, work. No fun for me. But anyone want to hang out on Monday when I'm actually off? No? Y'all are busy? Jesus, I'm sucking at this. Oof. Alright, maybe we do have to fight y'all. See, do you speak Chinese too? I used to. I used to be alright. I haven't spoken in a long time. Because I don't use it, you know? So if you don't use it, you lose it. It's still in there to a certain degree, but it fades with time. And it kind of takes like if I, sometimes I'll meet like, you know, a lot of people that have immigrated from China here. Or just like when I'm traveling, other travelers, sometimes I'll like, you know, shoot the shit with someone. And it'll like come back to me to a certain degree. Oh, we used the flare gun. I didn't mean to use that. Oops. But okay. But really, to answer the question truthfully, I don't really speak it anymore. It's mostly somewhere down deep in the brain and not being accessed. And it's been like 11 years since I've been there. So yeah, been a while.
I can keep this up.
You're half Mexican? I know almost zero Spanish. Oh, really? You had like 7 years of Spanish in school? The school languages, right? I had French in high school. Don't remember much. I need to bump this down a little bit more. Again, please let me know if it's too quiet. It's like the normal, most of the game is fine, it seems like, but then those segments are like super loud. So my grandparents didn't teach their children any Spanish because they thought having an accent would subject them to racism. My father had a master's in English, was a newspaper editor, so he was anal about English. Really? Have you ever tried to go back to learning it? Do you have any desire to?
He's here. Alan, wake up. Shh, baby. Just another nightmare. Everything's fine. You dozed off.
Right. Anything more than dozed off would be news for everyone.
Cheer up, handsome. We're here.
Failed Spanish because the teacher was racist. Really? They always thought being Mexican meant I should know Spanish more than white people. So even though I would get better than the Spanish, they were extra harsh on me. Oh wow. That's awful. When I was in college taking Chinese, it was the exact opposite of that, where I want to say like
Let's act like we're on
70%
vacation.
of the class
Go stand next to that old gentleman there. I want a shot of
were
him
of
with
Chinese
town in the
descent.
background.
They're like a lot of the
Sure.
a lot of the
I'll even give you a
my
title for the
passport.
shot.
Taiwanese?
A city boy, moments before he got eaten by a bear.
A lot of them just were like already fluent. So they just, you know, aced everything. I guess a lot of really, I mean, it's like just an easy language credit, right?
Alan,
So,
before he
the
missed
teacher
the
was
shot.
super lax.
Let's see who has the last laughs.
Yeah, no, not time for look for goodies. Just let's pose. So no, I was just like, fuck learning another language. Yeah, I mean, I would do it. High school was poor. Spanish. Was
Come
the
on,
only language that I
Killjoy.
had zero
For me,
interest in. I would
please.
prefer Japanese.
Pretty please.
And that wasn't an
I'll
option.
make it up to you later on.
Yeah. Oh, you right. Same. Well, we had the general run of the mill, like your Spanish, French, Latin. I think we had German. I think those were the four we had.
One picture won't
There
kill
had been a
you.
teacher
By the
teaching
railing,
Japanese,
next to
but
the old
she
man.
stopped like the year before I got to that high school, so it was just no. Even at my college also didn't have Japanese, so I took Chinese. All right, what do we do to lose from Richard? Over here?
Hi.
Hello there. You picked a good time to visit our town. Deerfest is just 2 weeks away.
Deer Fest, huh? Did you hear that, honey?
You have a lovely wife. If you don't mind me saying. I'm Pat Maine, by the way. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, I'm Alan Wake.
I won't pretend I don't recognize a famous writer such as yourself, Mr. Wake. A pleasure. I'm an avid reader myself. I hope this isn't too presumptuous of me, but I'm the night host at the local radio station. Any chance I can get an interview?
Look, Mr. Maine, I'm on vacation. In fact, I'd appreciate it if we could keep my being here just between the two of us. I'm sure you understand.
Fair enough. You can trust me to be discreet. Not a hard man to track down if you change your mind, though. I hope you two have a lovely holiday.
My siblings used to know Japanese, but since I was like 4 to 5 years old. Right, you lived in Japan until you were. I'm saying you didn't really remember it, right? Had you gotten to like kindergarten yet? Since I was like 4 to 5 years old. Okay, when we lived there. Oh, I just answered that. I never retained it, and they eventually lost it too. Yeah. Language is like a huge investment of time and effort, because it'll fade away. You've worked so hard to get to where you are. The true, you don't use it, you lose it. There were like 6 teachers who got fired at my school while I was there. Seriously. The Spanish teacher got deported because she was an illegal immigrant, apparently. The car shop teacher got fired for smoking weed with students. Holy shit. 3 other teachers got fired for sleeping with students. Good God. High school was awful. I dropped out and got my GED. No, I was too young for someone in religion. Good God, what an experience.
Very nice. I got a couple of really good ones. And I see you made a friend. That's cute.
Right.
3 teachers who were having sex with students.
Yeah?
Hey, bestseller. How's my favorite writer? Are you there yet?
Barry. Yeah.
Was this
We
in
just got
Alaska?
Are the locals giving you trouble? Just say the word and I'll hop on a plane and come make sure that you're left alone, Al.
No, Barry, we're fine.
Great, great. Just want to make sure you can relax and recharge. So, how is the place? Has it gotten your creative juices flowing?
Barry, we're just settling in.
Okay, Al. I'll call back later to make sure you're doing okay. And you call me if there's a problem, okay? Okay. I'm just looking out for you, buddy. Talk to you later.
I love you too, Barry.
You know he's going to be calling you every 5 minutes.
Barry is Barry. I can always turn off the phone.
What did I tell you?
Text message from Barry. He says hi to you too.
Alan, we're here. Come on, let's get back to the car.
Right. I just went up these steps because I wanted to. Parents rarely took me off base, but my siblings were in school, which is why they knew Japanese.
Come on, Slowpoke. You get the full service here. I've made all the arrangements. I drive the car. I'll even carry the bags.
All you have to do is drag your cute butt into the car and enjoy the ride.
Yeah, sounds like you've got a lazy bastard for a husband.
We need to stop at the local diner to get the cabin key from the landlord, a Mr. Carl Stuckey. He's waiting for us. I'll go fill her up while you get the key. I'll pick you up here in, say, 15 minutes?
Sure.
Alan, thank you for coming here with me.
I love you too. Go on. I'll promise to behave. I'd forgotten there were still places like this. Towns where everybody knew everybody.
Welcome to the Oh Dear Diner.
Hi, I was wondering if you could help me. I'm looking for...
Mr. Wake. Alan Wake. Oh, God! I am your biggest fan. I know people say that all the time, but I really am.
I'm glad to hear that.
Rose.
Rose, I'm looking for Mr. Stuckey. Carl Stuckey?
Carl? Oh, of course, Mr. Wake. He must have gone to visit the restroom. He'll be back in a moment. I can't believe it. I've got all your books. I got the cutout from the bookstore when they took it out of the window.
And you keep it here. Well, okay. Good for you.
Yeah, we're looking pretty good here. Kind of got some, what is his name?
Try the coffee.
Colin Farrell?
Just don't blame me when you fall in love, because it'll break your heart when you have to leave.
Rusty here is
Spoiled.
no
Got my
longer
PC
human.
when I was 10.
Nothing
Even though I
but
was
black
the
coffee
youngest,
under a
my
thin
parents
layer of
always told
skin.
my siblings I was in charge.
Yeah,
of
that
the
makes two
house.
of us.
So I grew up online. Yeah? I had a bit of that.
Are you staying long, Mr. Wake? I can't
Right.
believe it.
So
I'm
much for
having a
quiet
conversation
vacation.
with Alan Wake.
Being in a very, like growing up in a very rural area, like socialization happened
Are
at
you on
school
your own,
and on
or
weekends,
is your
and on
wife with
weekdays,
you?
Like, there was
I can show you the town if you want.
around.
I get off
It
work
wasn't
at
like there was
6.
a neighborhood to go out.
Thanks,
Stop around
Rose.
with that.
We'll
The
be sure to
neighborhood
keep
kids,
that
you
in
know what I
mind.
mean? Just woods.
Do me a
farmland.
favor, Sonny. I could really use a tune right now. Coconut, number 6 in the jukebox.
Let's do it.
I'd do it myself, but both of my legs have gone to sleep. Bad circulation.
Coconut.
Yeah.
Are you serious? Coconut again? You disgust me. Call yourself a rocker. Unbelievable.
Ha! It does that. Get stuck. Yeah. You need to give it a good solid whack. Now that's what I'm talking about.
I'll tell you
Yeah.
about Daenerys. I feel like you did mention that at some point.
This is it. I've died and gone to hell.
Coffee thermos. Always take a
Don't
coffee.
go in there, young man. You can hurt yourself in the dark.
I think I can handle it, ma'am.
I didn't want to wait. I wanted to find Stuckey, to get the key and get out as soon as possible. The waitress was giving me a headache. Overeager fans always did.
They are expensive, but it's the
Hello?
only way to have perfect Hollywood teeth.
Mr.
Are they perfectly
Stuckey?
Hollywood?
Carl couldn't make it. Unfortunately, he was taken ill. But I have the key for you and instructions on how to get to the lake.
Okay.
I wish you a good stay in my cabin. I'll come by later to check how you've settled in. And to meet your wife. I insist.
Thanks.
$1 to $2,000 per teeth. Wow.
Cauldron Lake is a special place. Very inspiring.
I wonder what the cost is like over here. Because it is totally different.
You got lucky this time, young man.
I
You
look
can
at
hurt
this, it's
yourself in the dark.
It still takes me back.
Even that sounds better than your singing.
Are you alright?
This is Coconut. Oh, we know this song.
Splendid, splendid. Damn hernia. It swells up like a balloon if I lift anything heavy.
The Andersons. They're, local musicians. We're waiting for Dr. Hartman to come pick them up. They wandered off from his clinic at the Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Probably cheaper in Japan. Yeah, it's outrageously expensive. Yeah. You gotta love how we just
Bye,
like
Mr.
decided
Wake.
dental care is like not part of your body.
Mission
It's a whole
accomplished.
separate
The
thing.
key and the directions.
My
Why?
hero.
Just 'cause.
I got some flashlights, just in case.
Hey, wait!
You know, the
Mrs.
cosmetic price
Wake!
they charge the teeth.
Your
Yeah,
keys!
right. Oh no. What did we just
That diner was a real nut house.
Everything's more expensive in Alaska.
Can
So
you
that is
believe this
applied
place?
across the board to,
This
like,
would
other
make a
services
wonderful
as well.
setting for a
So I
book.
figured,
We're
like,
supposed to be on
foodstuffs and
vacation, Alice. I'll figure it out when we
that
get
would,
back home.
anything that has
Okay?
to get, like,
Okay.
imported
We
in,
can
right?
talk about this later.
Batman here on KBFF.
I didn't want to talk about it. I wanted to bury my head in sand.
You were saying it's
another
all
one of my
where you
favorites
live
to
is
go with.
accessible
Once upon a
only
time,
by
I was a successful
plane, right?
writer,
Is
but
that
that was a
year-round?
long time ago. I hadn't been able to write a word in 2 years, not since my last book.
And now the weather. It's gonna be a clear night, so you folks in the big city might want to look up every once in a while. See those stars winking down at you? It gets pretty dark out here, but they'll light your way.
Dad
Wow.
was out.
It's gorgeous, Alan.
It's something, all right. Don't worry, honey. I'll get you inside safe and sound before it gets dark. And I've got the flashlight.
I know. I'm okay.
Let's just,
Alice had a
take it in
phobia.
little bit.
The fear of darkness. I wanted to make sure we were inside with the lights on before sunset.
I'm a little too quiet compared to the game. I thought I might be. Let's drop it down. This one's been hard. I was trying to test it before I started the stream, but I didn't want to like start the game properly. Let me know if this is better. And thank you for letting me know. Like the series of cinematics that play during the, like, if you're idling on the start screen, very quiet, so it was like deceptive. But now that we're in the game, it's like all over the place. Alright, maybe we should just go to the cabin. Sounds like your mic got quieter while you were talking. Oh, what? Oh my god. That's what I ticked down just now. Let's see how that is. That's better. Thank you. Good God. It's yeah, maybe I should try the one labeled game audio instead of mic. How about that? Go for the Elgato one. Let me just make sure. Yeah, hopefully this is good. I appreciate you helping me troubleshoot the audio. If it needs further adjusting, just feel free to let me know. Alright, there we go. Oh. That almost got me. I think it's at a good volume though now. Do I have a Discord? I do. And we have a server for my podcast too. If you'd like to get in on that. No. No pressure if not. Oh, I don't have any information on here. If you want to swap info though, you could like whisper me. The podcast is called Source Not Found. So we look at different IP. And basically, the tagline of the show is, it's a show about the worst versions of your favorite things. And speaking of, I can, that, now that's something that I've got a command for. And I still have not. I keep forgetting to update that. That's like from the very first episode. But so like we look for an IP and then we just do everything but the source material or like what it's known for. So like Mortal Kombat. No, we didn't like talk about or discuss the fighting games. We talked about the novel Mortal Kombat by Jeff Roven from 1995. We just did like for Halloween. For October, we've done like Freddy vs. Jason, but we did like we compared and contrasted the NES games. And then oh, yeah, I'm a little overzealous there. Worth a trophy, apparently, that performance. And so what you have never once listened to a podcast? No kidding. Discord and Twitch go 1-on-1. You ping everyone when you go live. That's true. I should set that up, huh? That's a good idea. I should get on that. Let me look into that. After Drunk Goggles. That's the next order of business.
Okay, I'll look around a bit.
Alice had told me about Cauldron Lake Lodge. The old building used to be a hotel.
But yeah, so what we recorded yesterday, we recorded an episode on Blood Rain, the movie. Place. And whoa. Very funny conversation, but it's a very, very bad movie.
And forget about my work. I thought we could be happy here. These days, it was no longer open to the public.
It says that this user does not accept private messages from anonymous users? Really? You tried to whisper me? Because I do that often. I haven't had an issue before. Let's test this real quick. Block whispers from strangers? But you're not a stranger. You're a follower. Weird. Let's see. 1 second. Yeah. I don't know why you're listed as a stranger. That should do it. Okay, there we go. Why is that? Let me check my privacy settings then after this, because I don't know why that would be the case. Because you're obviously not a stranger.
Alice? Honey? A shoebox filled with books by Thomas Zane sat on the shelf. I'd never heard of him before.
Thomas Zane. And yeah, I'll set that up, and I'll whisper you back once we're done here with Mr. Wake.
I'm upstairs. I have a surprise for you.
Maybe I'll set up a. I'm always late on these things. I never think to like set up this stuff. You know, I didn't even have like an alert for like gift subs because I just never imagined a world where anyone would do that. And then it started happening. It's like, oh, I guess I better address this. So I never imagined a world where like, I don't know, I would need a Discord for my Twitch.
Well, hello there.
I'm not the surprise. It's in the study. Go take a look.
Okay.
But first, let's get a load of this view. You're not impressed with this voice acting? You mod for like 12 people? Discord is only popular because of Twitch. Yeah. Yeah, you were telling me you mod for like 12 people before. That's crazy.
What is this?
I guess I have a small confession to make. I thought maybe you could write here that it changed.
Do you find that that's tough to manage, doing that for so many streamers?
Hey, just hear me out. There's a local doctor, Dr. Hartman. I read a book of his. He has a private clinic here. He specializes in helping artists.
So now you want to get me committed?
No, it's not like that. That's not... Alan? Alan?
Don't, just don't. I don't want to hear it. God damn it, Alice. God damn it.
I knew she wouldn't follow me in the dark. I needed some time alone to think things through.
I'm trying to think. What year is this? The original game. Is it like, 2010? Around there, maybe? Or is it even earlier than that? Is it like 2005? It was like an Xbox 360 game, right? Granted, it's like 100 times better than TeamSpeak and Ventrilo. I've never used those.
Alice?
No, because half of them stop streaming at a time.
Alice!
The cabin had gone dark. All the lights were out.
I've learned breakups are the primary
Alice,
factor
I'm
for
coming.
people stop
It's all right,
streaming.
I'm coming.
Really?
What the hell?
I would think that might even, I don't know, contribute. Maybe not, but like, okay. Like obviously, like right after the breakup, maybe you're sort of despondent. But then after that, it's like, well, we have a lot more free time now, don't we?
Oh no!
They do not want to stream when their ex-boyfriend or girlfriend knows and could watch.
Alice?
Yeah, I guess there's that too. Right, there's no way to keep them from watching.
Waking up in the
So that's when you just got to be like, you know,
from one
do some
nightmare
extra
into
primping
another.
before you get on cam, right?
I
Look
couldn't
extra
remember
sexy
how I
and be like,
got
this
there.
is what you're
All I
missing.
knew was that something terrible
You
had
had
happened
this,
to Alice.
no longer. Any regrets yet?
The phone was dead. I'd have to find help on foot. Among Alice's things was a book, The Creator's Dilemma, by a Dr. Emil Hartman. Seeing the book brought back my fight with Alice. I didn't like it, and I didn't like the guy's smug face on the cover either.
Can we zoom in? Let's get another look at this smug face. No, we can't. Some have real life friends and family in stream, which motivates them even more to stop streaming. That's true. Don't want exes socially interacting with them. Right.
The gas station was my best bet. They'd have a phone I could use. It looked like a long hike through the forest to get there.
Oh boy.
Damn.
Well, at least we don't have to look at his smug face any longer. So, lesson to learn. Do not give your girlfriend your Twitch stream, even if you have been dating for 1 to 2 years. Well. Lesson learned too late. But see, we're over that hump, so we're in the clear. Oh, congrats then.
Hello?
Hello?
There's no danger of that,
Someone
though.
there?
I mean, maybe. It would be out of, like, curiosity for just me, because there's no way she would ever come on Twitch just to watch video games, because she is not a gamer. Doesn't like
The
games.
loose sheets of paper were pages from a manuscript entitled Departure. That was the name I planned to use for the next novel I had never gotten started. I was named the author. I hadn't written it. I couldn't remember writing it. In the scene on the page, the hero was attacked by an axe murderer in the woods at night.
Oh boy. Oh, she sounds toxic. Someone who doesn't even like
Departure
video
by Alan
games.
Wake.
What kind of person is that? Whoops.
Departure by Alan Wake.
Oh, yeah, it's just the title page, right?
The man turned to face me. His face was covered in shadows. It was hard to make him out in the darkness of the forest that surrounded us, but the axe he lifted was plain to see. It glistened with the blood of his victim. He grinned madly. The shadows were alive, distorting his features. It was a scene from a nightmare, but I was awake.
I was Alan Wake. What are her hobbies? Well, we like to go skateboarding, longboarding for her mostly. Actually, for me increasingly, because I don't like to fall down, and I was never really much of a skateboarder anyway. But now I just kind of like to coast around on like nice flat surfaces. So longboarding's nice, and she snowboards, which I've never been. We keep talking about finally getting me out there.
I've been in an accident.
Yeah, we met, so we both play the koto, so that's a big one, music. So that's how I met her. I met her through koto lessons, the big Japanese, like, stringed, what'd you call it, like zither, harp instrument, if you know it.
The lights up ahead were a good sign. Maybe I wouldn't have to hike all the way down to the gas station to find a phone.
But it's not even a question of like liking games or not. Physically unable to play them. Severe motion sickness. It's hard to even like travel at times because she gets so sick from being on the bus and stuff. So games are a no-go. She can't even really watch me play. Every once in a while she pops in here just to support, but can't watch for long. Yeah, we have to bring medicine whenever we take a trip. It's severe. So you don't get to share the games, but also I don't have to share the controller. I don't think I've ever been in a relationship with someone who also enjoyed video games, which is kind of wild because it's like a huge part of my life. It's just how it goes.
Anybody there? Please.
Hey, Echo, what's going on? Thanks for coming by. How you doing?
Hey! Hey, you!
Phil!
There's been an accident. I need help. Listen, I need to...
Premium cabins for rent in...
Oh, hell.
Oh, hell.
Carl Stucky. Pleased to meet you. Non-refundable reservation deposit required. Fair and square.
That is the appropriate voice to use for anything when you see the text non-refundable or any sort of like very strict terms and conditions. That is the delivery with which you should read it. All right, let's get some coffee here. We always go for the coffee. Premium cabins. Also, I'm convinced motion sickness is caused by eyesight because everyone who gets motion sickness that I personally know has glasses. Interesting. She does have reading glasses, but doesn't wear them regularly. I've only had motion sickness from VR, really. Whoa! So I'm not gonna lie. I was just talking about having to watch that god-awful Blood Rain movie, and there are like fight scenes, action sequences in that movie where I feel like it's like going into Adobe After Effects and just clicking apply all with the filters. It was really like everything. It was like sepia tone, blur, like superimposition, just like, and you already have like the shaky cam, like really frantic editing cuts. It was so just discombobulating that I was like, am I actually feeling like a little motion sick watching a movie, which I've never had that before. It was crazy. I've been awake since 5 a.m., so I need to get ready for bed, but thank you for streaming. Well, thank you for coming by. I was glad to have you. Thanks for coming back. Hope you have a good rest.
During your trying, it's the latest thing in. Possibly.
Bright Falls Sheriff Station. How may I...
Hello? Hello?
You can see the sights.
The spot.
Oh shit. That was probably not the best strategy there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, don't do that.
During your trying it's the latest thing.
Yes.
Yes.
Bright Falls Sheriff Station. How may I...
Proven.
Hello?
I see a shiny over here. Did I miss a shiny? Miss some batteries. Right. Alright.
The spot.
There we go. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, so I need to, yeah, go back this way. Oh, that's not a coffee thermos. That's a transformer. Damage in disguise.
The bulldozer had gone over the cliff with the office. I hoped Stucky had suffered the same fate, but I wasn't planning on staying to find out.
So, not over here, huh? Back this way? Oh, there's an opening. Was that open before? I missed that. Oh boy.
Outside a shooting range, and now I just killed someone, or something. There were no bodies. They just disappeared. If I was dreaming, it felt real enough to make me sick.
Would have been nice to have found that. Whoa, 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 what? What in the... What just got me? Oh, am I touching the... I am touching the... Okay. I'm just getting zapped all over the place.
The Dark Forest was the last place I wanted to go, but I had no choice. I had to get to the gas station. Eerie hand-painted graffiti was revealed by my flashlight. Someone had hidden a chest of supplies near it.
Gotcha. Scared you. Scared you.
How you doing, somebody? Welcome. How's your weekend going? Wait, here we go. Oh, I didn't get the flare gun? There we go. Now... Sweaty, but now I'm cleaned and refreshed mildly. Yeah, what got you all sweaty? I'm doing great, thank you. Just having a nice leisurely weekend. Got outside a little bit, enjoyed some crisp October weather, which we don't always get in Japan. Sometimes it's just like real hot, sticky sweet on to November. This year it's nice and cool. We're actually getting a fall, which I'm all about. So I was right going that way. Walking uphill and long distance, yeah. That'll do it. So like the painting was taking me over here, the graffiti. It was leading me over to this to get the flare gun. But then there wasn't a path beyond that, right? I was thinking like, does this mean I need to, I don't know. That's just marking that the flare gun is here, right? So now what? Or going over here? Oh, that keeps happening, right? Oh, because I kicked the generator off. That's right. Oh boy. Maybe I should start running, because I'm using a lot of ammo and flashlight batteries. Have you played this one before, Sotenbori? Also, let's read these pages we just got. Taken with light.
The Taken stood before me. It was impossible to focus on it, as if it stood in a blind spot caused by a brain tumor and eye disease. It was bleeding shadows like ink underwater, like a cloud of blood from a shark bite. I was terrified. I squeezed the flashlight like my life depended on it, willing it to stop coming any closer. Suddenly something gave, and the light seemed to shine brighter.
Never, but I did see somebody else run through a bit and get totally murdered. Oh yeah? I was getting totally murdered here. It's the mechanics were kind of took a minute to get used to, because like I didn't realize that the aiming, whoops, is in tandem with your flashlight.
She had been gushing, but right now she didn't care. As far as she was concerned, her brief meeting with Alan Wake was literally the high point of her life. She watched as he got in the car with his wife. She was pretty, confident, at ease with Wake. Not like Rose. They were perfect for each other. She'd have given anything to be called their friend.
So it also like always kind of throws you if like you get a game that's like semi-modern. So like the mechanics are like almost close to what you would expect from a game like a AAA game from like coming out right now. And then like a couple of different things, like maybe the sprint is like up on a like the L trigger instead of like clicking in the analog stick, you know? Little things like that that kind of you have to reorient your brain around.
When I saw the river below, something uncoiled itself inside my head. I realized that I'd have to find a way across. I didn't even want to look at the water.
Is that a... Nope, just a very luminous rock. And that is also, yes, just a very luminous rock. Shiny. Easy, easy. Okay, we got some ads about to go, so let me take that as an opportunity to just stand up for a minute. I'll be right back. 1 minute, and then we'll keep rolling, moving through the woods. There we go. Now we got the Halloween decals glowing in all their glory. What is the coffee for now? Whoops. Oh my god. So there's no statistics. Okay. Is there not just like an inventory screen? I don't know. What's up with the coffee? How are we using that and when? And why? Okay, we just came down off of here. Oh, here we go. No, here we not go. It does it. More pages. What do we get? Barry's arrival.
Barry Wheeler was bouncing off the walls. He jumped on a plane after his calls were ignored by both Al and Alice for several days. It could mean that they were both on a second honeymoon, but Barry didn't buy it. Al had been way too unstable for that, not sleeping, messed up. Barry had years of experience dealing with Alan Wake, and he couldn't ignore it. Something was wrong. Stucky was still out there, in the dark, stalking me.
Do this theoretical dodge. There we go. I'm not too good at that. Yeah, I think we're just done. Alright. Let's try that again. It's really just that the tap. I guess it only works when we're in combat. Hold on, let's get this dodge right. Well, okay. Or just get beaten to death. Am I doing it right? I'm doing it right. I think it's L trigger, like left trigger, right? L1? Is it just a matter of dodging back? But if I'm already sprinting, that's just not gonna... Okay, well, I'm just gonna try not have to use that too much, I think. Where are you? Oh, fuck off. Oh, jeez. Oh, I seem to do it that time, huh? Not that time. No? We're not doing that? We are doing that. Can you do it? Yeah, there you go. Proceed at your own risk. Logging area ahead. Looking for coffee in all the wrong places. How about here? Oh, we got something. We got something. Or maybe this is like the main progression. So actually, let's snoop around just one more second. Because I bet there's a goodie or two tucked away. Maybe I bet wrong. Good thing I'm not a gambling man. Maybe there are no goodies. This definitely feels a lot more concise and grim than Deadly Premonition. Yeah. That's true. I'm like primed for like, I don't know, I wouldn't call it
I had to make my way up
janky. It's just like getting reacquainted with like a game that's however old this game is. I meant to look that up. Do we know how old Alan Wake is? I feel like I want to know that right now. Is it like the early aughts? Oh no, 2010. Okay, I did have that right. So actually, right alongside Deadly Premonition, which is that was also 2010, I think, for the original release.
I couldn't stay here. There had to be a way to get up there.
Yeah, I think we found the way. So yeah, the combat is kind of awkward so far. I'm still like getting used to it. I don't really get the dodge window on this. Like the dodge is the same as the sprint button, apparently. So it's not like working too well. Maybe it's user error, or maybe just that's what it is, and I'm like thinking it's going to be more than it is. It's not like a, I don't know, like a full-blown evasive dodge. It's just like a little boost to your sprint at the initial run into it. I don't really know. What are you playing this week, Sodenbody? You do anything
With all
spooky?
this forestry equipment around, there had to be something I could use to reach the top.
Okay, have we checked everything here? Because we can run back to the... I'm turned around. Oh, shit. Here we go. Oh, 3 of you. Shit. Out of ammo. Oh, man. What have I done? What have I done? That's not good. A lot of, nothing scary, but I'm slowly working towards Elden Ring Platinum. Oh, hell yeah. Bought One Punch Man's game on sale for funsies, and Monster Hunter Rise as well. How's the One Punch Man game? I guess I didn't realize there was a game. Is it a fighting game? A lot on the back burner. Always a lot on the back burner. Just part of being a gamer. The backlog you never really make any progress. It just grows. You knock some things off, but it's like the Hydra head. You know, you cut one off and several grow in its place. So I do need to go back to that. I was able to get on top of the logs back there. Unless, I don't want to get backgated. Or maybe I am going back that way. Manuscript. Alright, let's read. Oops. Wake attacked by birds.
I heard them before I saw them, swooping down from the sky and screeching as they came. I spun around just as the cloud was upon me. For an instant, I stared into 100 dead eyes, black pearls glittering in the darkness. I raised the flashlight and the swarm exploded like fireworks. Feathers burned, turned into ash. I couldn't hear my scream above theirs.
It's a Naruto Naruto Un style brawler. I don't know that one either. Actually, I've never
heard them before I saw them.
Engaged with any Naruto content. I know what it is, but I've never seen or read, oh hell yeah, anything in that that franchise. So an arena fighter, they'd call it, third person-ish, and you circle around each other duking it out with supers and such. Ultimate Ninja, okay. Cool. Sounds fun. Maybe like a, I mean, this is a dated reference, I don't know, like a Power Stone kind of thing. Do you know Power Stone? I want to go back and get on top of those logs that I started to get up and then abandoned for fear that it was the way to go. I wasn't ready for the right way. Okay, where was that? We are all kinds of turned around. What are you? Power Stone, not quite. Okay. I was thinking like an arena, 3D movement. It's a fighting game, but you're getting like power-ups. That's an old game. There's probably something more recent that I played. Better way to describe it. I think you probably described it fine. I'm just like trying to think of like the closest thing that I've played, I guess is what I'm trying to think of. So something like that. Okay, where were you? Over here, right? This one. Alan, we need to work on our stamina, buddy. Oh, this seems like something. Flares. Flare gun. Hell yeah. Batteries. Good. How about some revolver ammo? No. Nothing. So, maybe, yeah, let's do some flare gun. I didn't thoughtfully conserve ammo. To any degree. Take Power Stone and lock the camera on to one character. Make it a 1v1 with assists. Remove the stage hazards with stones. Add a super meter with levels, more like a fighting game, and a stamina bar for ninja moves like the log substitute thing. And a whole roster chock full of dozens and dozens of ninjas. Naruto, Sasuke, having like 6 to 7 different variations. Damn, so it's pretty complex. I'll have to look this up after I get off here, just to see what it is. I'm curious. Sounds fun. Alright, we need to reach the path above. Now, that cabin we were just in was the checkpoint, so it's probably over there. Do you play a lot of fighting games? And do you have any favorites, if so? Oh, this is, here we go. Did growing up, loved Street Fighter 4 and Marvel. Yeah, Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Gonna take you for a ride. Ding ding. That was my shit. I had that on the Dreamcast. The first one and the second one. Oh, that was a mistake. So good. So good. I actually recently found a copy for PS2 at the junk shop. So I have that on PS2. I don't have a Dreamcast copy yet. I want to get one. I mean, I have one, but it's back in America. I don't have a Japanese copy, I guess I should say. First one as well. Capcom vs. SNK 2 will always be my all-time favorite. I remember that coming out on the Dreamcast. I never played it because I guess I didn't really have any conception of what SNK was. And I remember seeing it come out and thinking like, well, that's not obviously not as good or as cool as Marvel. So, yeah. But I've heard in the years since that that's actually maybe one of the best that they ever made. I'm an aspiring fighting game fan. I always like start to dabble and like, okay, I'm gonna like pick this one, I'm gonna like really put the time in, get good, and then I just fall off and go do other things. Someday. Alright, where are we getting up top here? Did I have it right just now? Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Yes, absolutely. Honorable mention. That was my first fighting game, I want to say, on the Super Nintendo, right? Or I guess was it Super? It was the naming, right? They had so many versions of that. I think I had Turbo on Super Nintendo. And Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. That's a good one. Some might say the best. Terry Bogard, Rock Howard, Geese Howard, Iori Yagami, Kyosuke Kagami. Oops. Do any of those ring a bell? No, but I feel like I've heard some. Maybe the bell is resonating with a nearby something getting struck, but it's not quite ringing itself, you know. But Yagami, I know Yagami, but I'm thinking of Judgment Yagami, right? That's the character in Judgment Yagami. Super and Super Turbo. Super was the last one, the SNES, I think. Terry is in Smash, and Geese is in Tekken. Got it. Okay, let's look here. What are we doing? Where are we going? Oops. I think I've missed something in here. Maybe? No? Yeah, there's nothing to be picked up. What have I missed about getting up to the path above? I take it we're gonna maybe try and ride one of these things. Do I need to... But where would we hop on? Up here? Well, they have to be in motion, though. Have I failed to toggle a switch somewhere, maybe? That's going. Takayuki Yagami, aka Kimura Takuya. Yeah, okay, so I had that one right. I know Yagami. So Yagami's in it. Going from Super to Super Turbo, Super was a lot slower, had no super meter, and less moves on the new characters. So Cammy, DJ, Fei Long, and T-Hawk were pretty doo-doo. It definitely wasn't Super then, right? Was it just normal Turbo? Maybe it wasn't Turbo at all. The Super Nintendo, the one I had on Super Nintendo originally, didn't have all the extra characters there. It had the, I want to say the original 8 in the roster. Maybe it had like Vega. I feel like the first iteration didn't have Vega and DJ, right? But the next one did, but like I can't remember. It's all jumbled up. I remember like a friend getting like the next version. It had like the brick wall on the cover that the logo was bursting out of. Do I have that right? And there were more characters. Champion Edition probably. Yeah, I'd have to look, and it's been a long time. All right, what am I missing here? We're getting up here. We're trying to get up here. But I have... Oh, here? No. Somewhere along the way, I've missed either a place to step up or maybe turning something on to get things in motion, I guess. Maybe it's back on the other side? I don't know. What are we noticing? What are we seeing? What got you going? You just turned on power to this cabin, right? But that didn't seem, there's nothing in there to be running off of this power. Maybe go back out. I don't know. That's when the 4 boss characters were introduced, but incredibly broken. Is that right? I had no conception of like what is a balanced game anyway at that age, right? You just kind of accept it when you're at a certain age. Like, oh, this is how it is. I don't really have any criticism of it. It's either just like, oh, this game is hard or this game isn't hard. At least for me, as a dumb little idiot kid. That was where the critical conception of anything began and ended. Okay, let's... I don't know, man. Are we trying to find a ladder? Or are we just trying to climb up somewhere else? Oh, wait, what? Oh my god. Totally missed that. I need to keep an eye out for these things. What about here? Oh, this, here we go. It's right there. This isn't difficult. I just need to look carefully, as usual. Sounds about right. Looks about right. Well, okay. Do we need to... Maybe I've got it down too low? Can I jump? Do I have a jump? Wait. I do. Look at this powerful jump from Mr. Wake. Yep, that's gonna get us wherever we need to go. I can tell. Look at this horse shit. Maybe raise it up a little bit. About there. He's a rider, not an athlete. He gets winded quickly. He jumps slightly. There we go. Alright, so we are like sitting pretty on batteries, but not so much on ammo. So we can go a little heavier on the batteries, on the flashlight, I mean to say. And maybe watch it on the revolver, huh? Nice. Oh yeah, I have the shotgun too.
Well, I was just outside for a breath of fresh air, and what a night. I know
what a
most of you are
night.
probably in your beds by now, but if you're still up and around, take a moment. Step outside for a spell and breathe in deep. The weather's absolutely still. The sky
It'll be easy if you shoot like in Michigan Report from Hell. Michigan Report from Hell. What is that?
You listeners know I'm a night owl, and it's on nights like this I wish I wasn't cooped up in the studio. Makes an old man like me wish I could just roam wild. But here I am, and it would keep you company all night long if I weren't. It looks like I'm not the only one staying up late. Caller, you're on the air.
Hey, Pat, it's Maurice Horton.
Can I leave this to listen?
What are you up to?
Well, I was just taking Toby on his walk.
Oh, isn't it beautiful out there?
Pat, the reason I called is that Toby heard something rumbling in the undergrowth and took off after it, and I couldn't find it.
Probably a rabbit.
Sure. Toby loves rabbits.
Well, sure.
I kind of was actually interested in that conversation, but obviously not enough to stay. I guess gag is fitting with how bad that game can be. An old PS2 game, Japanese made with English dub, still by Japanese people and with zero direction on the VA. It's so bad it's funny type of deal. I think you would love to play through it. Really? Yes. My interest is piqued. Oh, this looks... Oh, this looks real janky. Oh, hell yeah. Thank you for the recommendation. I will look into that. We're doing a lot of janky stuff these days. And I'm just going to keep on janking around. If we finish this game before Alan Wake 2 drops, I think D2 is the play. That's the next. And that's a perfect follow-up to Deadly Premonition. You play as a camera crew guy who documents stuff with a guy named Briscoe who handles the mic, and you're investigating a phenomenon where a strange parasitic life form is going around town and causing chaos.
At first, I kept finding the
I'm in.
pages as if by accident. The book I couldn't remember was either a terrible and true prophecy or an act of creation that had rewritten the world. I began to hunt the pages feverishly, for they held the answer to the mystery. With it, I could save myself. With it, I could save Alice.
As Japanese games so naturally, hilarity ensues. You know how it is with their type of humor. I do. We were just coming off of that experience, right, with Deadly Premonition. Extra points whenever they're handling a certain degree of the localization themselves, right? We all remember the lovely From Software Armored Core 2.
The gas station was closer
voice
now.
acting.
Its
Do
light
we not?
welcoming in the darkness.
All right. Where are y'all hanging around? What you doing? Richten installation. Yeah, that's right. Are we hopping down? I think we're hopping down. What are we hearing? Oh my god. So like running isn't like really a great option, is it? We don't move. Alan just does not move with any real true purpose, does he? And we can't seem to dodge that. So we should just stand and fight. These guys are quick. Are we way back here? No, wait, never mind.
Well, I was just outside for a breath of fresh air, and what
All right,
a
let's do
night.
that.
I know most of you are probably in your beds by now, but if you're still up and around,
Did we find any goodies over here? Oh, if we didn't, we're about to. Oh, we did this. Yeah, yeah, flare gun. Okay. Arrow here. What is that arrow pointing towards? Or is that just guiding me over to that? Oh, that's what that is. Okay. We already did that. Been there, done that. Got the t-shirt and the flare gun.
The gas station was closer now, its light welcoming in the darkness.
Paul makes the best dogs. Belly Burster is the best with no cuts.
Belly burster.
The famous dog is...
Where are you? Where'd you go? Oh, we can do it. Oh no. Pressure's on. Whoa! Oh, that was beautiful. Nice. It wasn't really beautiful because being down to the wire was my own just poor gaming, but hey, we pulled it out in the end. Safe haven. I should probably not be sprinting until he encounters because he just gets winded too quickly, you know? Oh my god. Oh right, we got the flare on. That's not what I wanted. Did we knock you off? We sure did. Nice try. Can they just die by flashlight alone? Oh, you. Oh, shoot. Are we going to pick up at the safe haven? We are. Beautiful. These like explosive barrels, perhaps? No. I feel like it's a time to maybe test this. Or no, I guess at a certain point they just stop taking light damage? Well, I'm about to knock myself off. Hey, Frederick, what's going on? Good morning to you. And a good afternoon from me. We're here in a new game. Whoa! Deadly Premonition. Done and Jesus. Done in Jesus. We got saved earlier today. Done and dusted. I'm not getting this dodge, this theoretical rumored dodge. I never seem to dodge when I do it. Okay, but this time we're gonna do it well. Frederick, how invested were you in the plot of, you know, forgot I had that equipped, but that was awesome. The plot of Deadly Premonition, because I can fill you in on what you missed, if you're curious, and if not, no worries. But it took some twists and turns. We were not at the final boss like we thought. It did not end there. Fuck me. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Did I misremember that? Is it left trigger, L1 to dodge? Or is there, am I just doing it wrong, doing it poorly? I don't know. I feel like I never dodge. I think I'll check out the VOD. Oh, there you go. Okay, well then I won't spoil it. It was wild. Did I get you all this time? Okay, let's be ready for these guys, these assholes over here. They ambushed us. Where are you gonna come out of? Where are you coming? Where are you coming from? Oh, there you are. And Alan's already tired. You would. Oh. I thought you were at the end, so I wasn't planning on checking the VOD, but if there's even more game that I'm invested, yeah, I want to say I went for like 3 hours today. Oh, Jesus. Do they just keep coming? Or are there a set number of encounters that I potentially am going to get in these here woods? Because, like, evasion's not really working. Alan's just too slow for that. Oh my god, I'm just eating shit here. I'm just eating shit. Get it together. Get it together. Do I think I do want to use the flare. Although, having you both like there, maybe this is better. Okay, maybe we heal if we go back to the light, so let's do that. Or don't we? Are we healing? Or we're in the red. Maybe not? So maybe not enough light? Get out of here. Oh, that's not one. How do you like them apples? Revenge is a dish best served hot, actually. Flared up. Not cold. Don't believe the Klingons. I remember it took some time for me to get used to the combat system. Yeah, the game isn't quite clicking for me yet. I'm loving the atmosphere. I like the story, the characters, the vibes so far. But just like, I don't know what it is. Just like, there's some kind of disconnect in my brain where it's not quite making sense. The thing I'm really not getting is the dodge. Am I getting the dodge wrong? Because it's like, it's the same as the sprint. It's just L1. But I feel like I never quite, it's really just not even a dodge. It's like when you first start sprinting, you kind of like dart forward a little bit. Or am I just utilizing it wrong? Because I feel like I'm not dodging anything. Like, it's either like a very strict timing window that I'm just failing to meet, or I'm doing something wrong. Or it's just not there. I'm looking for more than it offers. That and there was something else that was throwing me just now. TV in the gas station.
The gas station's garage. It was dark and quiet. The place was a mess. It looked like someone trashed the place, or that there'd been some kind of fight. Light spilled into the room through an open door at the back, and I made my way toward it. Without any warning, I was blinded by a bright light. An old portable TV on the shelf had come alive by itself. Impossibly, I could see myself on the screen, talking like a madman.
Oh, I just went in a big old circle. Oh, I know the other thing I was like questioning. They have to be taken down by like actual conventional weaponry, right? The light is just to like kind of stun them and knock them back or weaken them, but they can't be taken down by flashlight alone. Because I got lots of batteries, but not lots of ammo. I played this after playing Control, and the combat in Control is so much better. Oh yeah, oh man, the combat in Control. That game just spoke to me immediately. Like, I get it. It's like, definitely there were lots of difficult moments. That game has some difficult encounters for sure, especially in the DLC. But it just made sense. I could get my brain around that right away. And it's also, it's like, this is what I've wanted to see in a game since, like, I don't know, seeing, like, Akira at, like, a very young age. Like, yeah, let me get, like, full telekinetic, just whip shit around. I'm ready for it. Okay, where's the pathway to the gas station? And I can do without another encounter here, please. Thank you. If you don't mind. Was I heading towards the right spot? I guess up here, right? Maybe I started going up and then looped back down. I think that's what I did, exactly what I did. Look at this. Okay. Drink it in, Alan, drink it in. The light is to let you kill them, the violence is to kill them. Got it, got it. You didn't go in a circle. Yeah, I just went right back down, right? The woods are very... Oh, yeah, I took that. I see what I did. Yep, and I just went back down the other way. They both descend. Okay. Here we go. Ooh. I kind of wish I had opted to play the original game over the remaster, but I got this, I received this like as a free game for being, you know, on, in the PlayStation ecosystem, you know what I mean? They do those monthly games for the, whatever they call it now, PS Plus. I'll always get that mixed up, right? Because it was PS Now. Now it's PS Plus. So I'm not gonna like not play the free version, but I would rather actually be playing the original because I want to like know, like this game looks very good. It's a 2010 game, and I'm really impressed with like the foundation of it. Like the lighting and the facial animations and all that. So I kind of want to know like how good it looked in the original release. I don't think the combat ever got good for you, but it definitely clicked in a way, and I got into a groove with it. Got it. Yeah, I've been kind of like wondering, is this gonna be one of those games I just sort of like fumble my way through? Like I never quite feel like I master it. I just sort of like get it enough to get through it. See that was a dodge. We dodged. Every once in a while we manage to do it. Can I just go in here? Are you gonna follow me inside? Okay.
Science. It bestows
Science.
immortality on those who advance it to elevate all of mankind. Newton, Einstein, Sagan, princes among men. But the price for such a legacy is steep indeed. In Night Springs.
Remedy at it again with the great, like, pitch perfect sort of, not parody, but you know what I mean? Like referencing, like, in this case, the Twilight Zone. Control had a lot of these weird sort of surreal videos that you would find, right?
Is about to demonstrate that very courage.
Ladies and gentlemen of the press, I am Dr. Barclay Colvin, and I'm glad so many of you could join me here.
And they do love their live action. I guess they've been doing this for a while.
I'm going to give a practical demonstration of the many worlds interpretation. As you can see, this is a loaded 9mm pistol. It shall be part of a thought experiment. And now, a real experiment, known as a quantum suicide.
Did he say suicide? Is that a real gun? He's kidding, right?
Please, stay calm. There is no risk. Observe what occurs when I place the weapon against my own forehead. Now, you might think this round is merely a dud. Not so. Observe the flower pot. And yet, I myself cannot be harmed with this gun. With each pull of the trigger, two new realities branch off. One in which the weapon didn't fire, and one where it did. With my machine here, I have ensured that this reality is always the former. I have bestowed upon myself quantum immortality. Under no circumstances can this gun kill me.
So wait. What you're saying is that every time you pull the trigger, in another reality, you die?
Yes, of course, but that's completely trivial. There's an infinite number of things that could happen at any moment, and they always do happen somewhere. The point is, this one thing did not.
You knew that was coming, though, right?
Here. You're insane, Colvin. Insane? Insane?
Hey, was this thing supposed to be plugged in? I stumbled on it.
You fools! Gaze upon quantum immortality.
Hubris strikes again.
Poor Dr. Colvin, felled by his own hubris or the ignorance of the masses. Perhaps he should have left the crate unopened, the decaying atom unobserved. Curiosity often kills the cat. Night Springs.
It's like those little touches in these games. That was awesome. Anyone else a Twilight Zone fan? Anyone have a favorite episode? Oops, I'm trying to pick up, and I'm already full. I played on PC, by the way, so mouse and keyboard aiming. Got it, yeah. That would actually be worse for me. I know it's like more precise in theory, or in reality, for someone that can utilize it, but since I was never a PC gamer at all during my gaming history, it's only like occasionally when something's only available on PC that I opt to play it that way. So I'm just never quite, it's not familiar to me really, to any degree. Also, let's read this page we just got. I'm not a fan of anthology shows. Got it.
The cabin on Cauldron Lake? She asked.
I like that one.
The sheriff looked at me
I guess I like
suspiciously.
quite a few of them,
The
actually.
early morning light flooded through the office windows. I would probably never have gotten out of the woods alive without her help. But I couldn't tell her the truth of what I'd faced the previous night. She'd think I was lying or crazy. She'd lock me up, and she wouldn't help me find Alice.
I guess because they allow...
The cabin on Cauldron Lake?
They're like often an opportunity for just writers to try something really random and wild, right? Like in a normal structured television show where you're sort of like locked into a set storyline, there are fewer opportunities to take real big chances, whereas like with an anthology show, like, you know, we have this like wild ass idea and it's not enough to like hang a whole show on, but like we could do a 30-minute on this and explore some cool idea here. But that said, like, it's rare that the show gets it right most of the time, because a lot of times it's just a lot of clunkers, maybe a lot of monsters of the week, or you know, whatever. But yeah, speaking of that, right, even like X-Files, right, like you have, that's I think like the ideal, is you have a structured television show based on these characters every week, and you have like a framing device, but you're able to almost like do an anthology show of sorts, where it's so all-encompassing with like the paranormal that you can explore all these different random storylines, and it all fits within this cohesive whole. Okay, we're starting to get a couple dodges in here now. Oh, but then we just, yep. Too late, too slow. Should have had the flare ready. I don't like Black Mirror either, for example. See, Black Mirror is one of those where like I felt like a couple episodes were awesome, really just like kind of brilliant, and then just clunkers. It kind of goes, it's all over the place. That's kind of the perfect example of what I'm talking about. And that's, it's a show that's like, you know, sometimes they try and get by like, oh, we're doing something like introspective or like intellectual, thoughtful. It's like, no, you just bleak. It's just bleak. And that's not a stand-in for an actual thoughtful exploration of some idea. What are you doing? Alan, wake up. Alan, wake. Wake up. I don't like you. I don't like this guy. This is reminding me of those like orb things in Control that would like zip around, you know, and they would like change position. You'd have to get them during that window, and then they would just like go invulnerable again. So like, I mean, those were so much worse because they healed, or no, was it they healed the enemies around them, or I'm trying to remember, or they were supplied. They were invulnerable because until they took on everything else. I can't really remember the relationship. Jesus, you are a Nordic walking.
Stucky's body vanished, leaving behind only a lifetime of nightmares to come, assuming I'd reach the lights at the gas station alive.
I really like continuity and structure, so they tend to conflict with that. Yeah. So I also have problems with most sitcoms since they have no continuity whatsoever. Yeah. You get it? Yeah, you see what I did there? It's a high-level joke, right? No one has ever made a joke like that with this name. No way.
I recognized the parade float I had seen in Bright Falls when I first arrived with Alice.
You know, George from Deadly Premonition, he would have loved this place because he had a thing for deer. He had like a hard-on for deer. Their sexy, firm hips and slender legs, and he would have just loved this place. This is right up his alley. Where's the overlap? We need Deadly Premonition
After the
incorporated
insanity
into
I just
the Remedy
experienced
universe.
In the darkness, the lights of the gas station felt comforting. At least for a moment, the sane world reasserted itself.
Gas station reached. Can we read this? We can read that. Can we read this too? Need a... See, I wish there was like just a zoom in that I could get here. I doubt the town would appreciate his deer sexing ways. You know, you gotta find... It's a special kind of town that supports a man like that. Need a float? Call the professionals. Okay, that's all that is. Stucky taken.
Stucky spat on the garage floor and tried to shake the cobwebs from his head. Ever since the couple never showed to pick up the keys, things had been fuzzy. Something, a feeling caught his attention. Stucky looked up and stared as his brain tried in vain to process the horror before him. He stumbled back, knocking over a can of oil. A black pool spread across the floor while he struggled for a brief moment, then let go as the unrelenting darkness engulfed him.
Oops. I'm liking how the flashlight batteries work though. Like they will recharge. So it's like, I like having the stress or like the decision moment of like, do I want to pop in another battery in this encounter or do I want to like run off and try and get a little recharge going and make it work? I think that's very satisfying so far. Should we? Probably shouldn't come back out here. I can hear the bullshit kicking off. Let's come back to safety because we are not done here.
I had to get inside the gas station to find a phone to call for help. The Deer Fest had been 2 weeks away when we arrived. If the day count on the banner was right, I was missing a whole week between the night we got here and now.
Oh, damn. Using the flashlight normally doesn't use the battery. Oh, do I have that wrong then? Because it's ticking down here, right? Like that. And then it's going to like prompt me to insert the battery, but if I don't, it will recharge like that, right?
The garage was a
oh,
mess.
using like a normal flashlight.
It
Got
like
it,
someone
got it.
had trashed the place, or that there'd been some kind of fight.
So I guess I meant like the supercharged beam or whatever to that's what I was talking about.
I'll keep writing. Outside there's only darkness. Outside the cabin, outside the story, there's only darkness. I can feel her presence in the dark. Just now, I could smell her perfume in the room. I'll reach her, I'll fix it up. I'll bring her back. The story will come true. If I stop, she's lost. I don't believe this. It'd been me on the TV, talking crazy. Was I losing my mind?
It's me on TV. Look, I'm on TV. Frederick, are you planning on playing the sequel as soon as it comes out? On the 27th?
Bright Falls Sheriff Station.
Oh, thank God, Sheriff.
Sheriff Sarah Breaker, you are...
I'm Alan Wake, but listen, I was in a car crash. My wife, Alice, she's missing.
Calm down, Mr. Wake.
We were staying in a cabin on the island, on Cauldron...
should put some coffee on. It'll warm you up.
We should. Always a good move. Put on the coffee.
Coffee's on.
Great, thanks. I'll need it if I'm gonna finish this by tomorrow.
You know, I'm really looking forward to cozy season. I'm just like realizing that. Like, yeah, it's about time. We're gonna enjoy the fall, but I'm kind of ready for these vibes. Winter. I'm ready for winter. This is a crazy apartment. Look at that balcony. Seriously, look at that balcony. Yep. Nice high ceilings. I always think these are funny. I had an aunt growing up that also had like a fainting sofa in like a hallway. It was never used, but it was just there.
Oh, hey, I just finished those cover mock-ups. They're on your desk. Tell me what you think.
No kidding. I didn't think you'd get them done this quickly.
On occasion, I can perform all sorts of miracles, my dear.
Oh, really?
Well, you seemed to think so last night.
High ceilings are the norm in Oslo, luckily. Oh, yeah? Interesting. I guess I was kind of curious about that, because, like, I always kind of wonder, like, a place that, like, 'cause it gets so cold for you, right? Like, I wondered about, like, do you construct buildings that are easier to keep warm, like, require less heating by being more contained? My childhood apartment had 3-meter ceilings. Damn. I do not, I mean, I am, like, in an abnormal apartment that was set up through my company for, like...
These look really good.
Specifically sought out because they hire, you know, foreign teachers like me. But usually I'm, like, banging my head on doorways or just, like, about to grace the ceiling.
Alan, please check the fuse box.
I'm right here. I'm on it, honey.
Please hurry.
Alan, I feel like we need to talk to your editor about who they're getting for your graphic design, because, like, yeah, I mean, they're all identical, the spines, right? That's not good. Give them a little, like, personality, you know?
Alan, I really need those lights on.
Yeah, but I just... I felt like looking around a little bit more.
Honey, it's a power outage. I've got the flashlight.
Okay. Hi.
You okay?
I'm sorry. It just really spooked me.
Don't worry. We'll just break out the candles.
I know it's stupid, but it's just... Especially when I'm not prepared for it, you know? It gets to me.
I love you.
Tell me a story, writer.
This is the second time he said, like, I love you very abruptly.
I used to have
and it
these
doesn't, like,
nightmares when I was a kid.
I mean, kind of
Dark
fits,
really
but it's just
spooked
kind
me,
of
too.
jarring. It's a little
When
weird
it got
based on what
really
she had just
bad,
said.
My mom gave me this old light switch. She called it the clicker.
The clicker, huh?
Yeah. If I ever got scared of the dark, I could just flip the switch and a magic light would scare the monsters away.
Oh, sure.
Clickers. Oh, we know about clickers.
Here it is.
Last of Us.
Alan.
Maybe it'll help you too.
Yeah, nice story, writer boy. You made that up right now, didn't you?
No. Seriously.
I love you, even if you are a liar. Thanks for this.
Very normal kiss. Crazy to think that candles is the only real way to light your home back in the day, right? And a candle probably fashioned out of what, like, what are we thinking? Like whale blubber? Like some kind of fat, right? With a wick in it?
How do you feel, Mr. Wake? Any nausea, disorientation, anything like that? Mr. Wake, how are you feeling?
I'm okay. My head's fine. I had to lie about my headache and memory loss. He'd send me to a hospital for tests. I couldn't leave without Alice.
Very well. I don't think you have a concussion, but you've
Probably
obviously
tallow,
been
yeah.
through quite a shock. You should take it easy for a couple of days.
Thanks.
Well then, Mr. Mr. Wake, we're done here. If the pain gets any worse or you experience any other symptoms, you should come see me. I'll let you get on with it then. Sarah, Sheriff Breaker, is waiting for you. She's very good at her job. I'm sure she can locate your wife in no time.
Some kind of the oil. I'm trying to remember, like, I remember reading Moby Dick, and there's like the chapter where they talk about how they use everything out of the whale, right? And how they would like pull the oil out for like, and put it in barrels for, I think, for like lanterns, some kind of fuel source. I remember reading about wolf and bear tallow candles. Okay.
I believe you'll find the sheriff in her office. Just go down the corridor.
Who's missing? Oh, a cat.
Thank you for testing the lights, Miss Weaver. Everything seems to be fine.
I don't have the luxury of being complacent, Deputy Grant. The bulbs will need changing soon. You can't change them in the dark.
I'll be sure to take care of it, Miss Weaver. Have a nice day now.
Very good. I'll come back later on to remind you, just in case.
Mr. Wake, the sheriff is waiting for you in her office down the corridor.
Do I retain my weaponry into the next chapter? Or do I have to just like reassemble everything? Because I was sitting pretty. But now it seems like I got nothing.
Yeah, it's Mulligan here. I'm at Stucky's gas station with Thornton. There's no sign of him. Over.
Wait. Yeah, this is Thornton. Look, we've located the brake book. It's here. That's some good news, right? Stucky was supposed to be driving it at the rehearsals today. Over.
Oh, give me that. Mulligan's here.
The sheriff wants to see you in her office, Mr. Wake.
Okay, roger that, guys. Keep looking for Stucky.
Well, I guess let's do that then. Richard Baugh, Bruce Dansky, Jacob Miller on a camping trip overdue, haven't been in contact. If you've seen them or know their whereabouts, please call 555-9932. Thank you. But what if we checked out, oh, how about this one? Knack for winning contests. Have you seen them? What about we can't look at the cat up close? Oh, this is where we came out of, right? We tried this one? All right. Well, then, time to progress.
Come in, Mr. Wake. Your phone's on the desk. The battery was dead. It's charged now.
Have you started looking for my wife yet?
My men are already on it. Now, can you tell me what happened?
I'm not sure. I can't remember. We were arguing. I walked out of the cabin.
The cabin on Cauldron Lake? How did you end up at Stucky's gas station?
I wanted to tell her what had happened last night, but I couldn't. She'd lock me up. Excuse me. I need to take this. Hello?
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
Stop talking to the law. You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife.
Who is this?
Go to the back lot. There's a hole in the fence on the left. Look inside the junker. I left a little something there to convince you we're all on the same page here. After you ditch the cops, you're gonna meet me in Elderwood National Park. There's a spot called Lover's Peak. Midnight. Don't do nothing stupid, pal. We're watching you.
Mr. Wake, can I help you with anything?
I need to get some air. The sheriff said I could go out back.
I couldn't go anywhere yet.
Mr. Wake,
I had to play along with the caller. Alice's life was at stake.
Hey, mister! Hey, can you turn the lights on? The deputies, they won't...
Well, I haven't read any of these, have I?
It's true what they say about the fall and the sudden stop at the end. I'd lain here in the snow while the lurid chain of scenes that had led me here kept playing in my head. A rerun of my own private snuff movie. A memory of my corpse. Alone at my own wake. Thinking in metaphors again. The femme fatale was gone. Only a sour taste remained of the kiss that killed me. This was a late goodbye. 13 years after I'd gotten my revenge. It had finally caught up with me. It had been a long time to bear the pain. My blood painted the snow red, a gruesome slushy, dissolved all the scattered painkillers, and leisurely dripped down to the sewer, mingling with the bile of the city, becoming one with it. I can see them now, my wife and my baby. Honey, I'm home.
In spite of its human mask, to describe the Dark Presence as intelligent would have implied human qualities on something decidedly inhuman. Nonetheless, it found the one spot in the diner that was dark enough. Some light spilled into the corridor, ravaging it. But it took the pain. Horrible as it was, the writer would soon fix that. He would be coming to the one place where it still had power. Alice looked through the viewfinder, lining up the shot. Cauldron Lake was breathtaking. Something caught her eye. A figure standing in the shadows behind the cabin, like a thin woman in a black dress. She lowered the camera and looked again. No one there. Just a collection of bushes that looked vaguely human-shaped. She shook her head and laughed.
Understand? They won't listen to me. I need it to be bright. Hey!
The early morning light hurt my eyes and made my head ache. The man on the phone had said, "Go through the fence on the left." The caller had told me to find a hole in the fence behind the police station. There was something for me in an abandoned car. The kidnapper fired his gun one last time, and the shadow vanished into the darkness it had come from. See? Nothing to it, Wake. The thought of Alice in his hands was revolting. We stood on the wooden platform of Lover's Peak, the waterfall on the mountain behind us, the lights of the radio mast blinking red in the heights above. I fought with the urge to take a swing, force myself to speak. Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife? Alice's driver's license had been placed on the front seat. The caller meant business.
Barry?
Ow! Ow! Thank God! Where the hell have you been? I've been trying to reach you for a week, you and Alice. I've been worried sick. I flew out yesterday. I'm here in Bright Falls.
Barry, listen to me. I'm at the sheriff's station. Come and get me. I can't talk now.
Al, what the hell is going on?
I had to get the sheriff to let me go. I needed to get to Elderwood National Park to meet Alice's kidnappers.
I was kind of amazed we made that jump.
A writer is a light that reveals the world of his story from darkness, shapes it from nothingness. The way a sculptor carves a statue from a block of granite. If I stop, the world I'm making dies. Darkness will reclaim it. It's a long, hard journey into the dark. Alice's life is at stake, but I can't think about that, or I'll lose it. The dread lingers at the edge of perception. I'll push on. Anything is possible here. I'll write the story. I'll save her.
Marvelous, Sarah. I just wanted to settle all the damage the Anderson brothers might have inadvertently caused on their recent...
What?
Are you feeling any better,
Wait.
Mr. Wake?
I was listening to that. I was eavesdropping to that.
Go?
Well, we still need to talk about...
Am I under arrest?
No, of course not. But I need to know where you'll be staying so I can get in touch with you.
I'd avoid the motel. The Majestic is known for its roaches. The cabins at Elderwood are pretty nice, though.
That sounds perfect.
I'm Dr. Emil Hartman. I'd like to invite you to stay at Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Did you talk to my wife?
I had the pleasure of discussing your situation with her on several occasions.
Did you set something up with her?
I invited her here. My clinic is a place where...
Oh, hey! Oh, my!
Jesus,
Take it
Alan.
easy.
Hey, nobody move! Get your hands off of my client!
Who are you?
I'm Barry Wheeler, his agent. If you have business with Mr. Wake, you talk to me. You yokels won't know what hit you once I sick my lawyers on your asses.
No
His
harm
voice sounds
done,
familiar.
Sarah.
Do I know this voice?
I'm all right. I don't want to press charges. Mr. Wake, My offer still stands.
Get me out of here.
I was about to say
What
that
the hell
shirt
was
with
that
that
about, Al?
jacket.
We don't need a replay of that thing with the paparazzi. I thought they were gonna lock you up.
I don't wish I had his sense of style, but I wish I had his sense of confidence, where he's
I
just
had to
taking
talk
that
to
in
someone.
public and not
I
giving a
told
fuck.
Barry everything. He
Like,
thought
this
I was
works. I'm
certified,
gonna make it
but when
work,
he heard about the
even if it
manuscript,
doesn't
I
work.
had him. The fact that I'd written something, even if I couldn't remember it, was enough for him. He smelled money, and he believed that Alice had
That
been
confidence,
kidnapped.
right?
Anything beyond that was another story. I had a midnight appointment with the kidnapper in a place called Lover's Peak, somewhere in Elderwood National Park. The plan was to rent a cabin.
I don't like it, Al. I don't like any of it. It's not good. In fact, it's the absolute opposite of good.
Mr. Wake! Barry, you found him!
Hi, Rose.
Oh, wow. I was just thinking about you, too.
Great.
I was just bringing Rusty some coffee. He's on the balcony, looking after Max. Poor thing. I really need to go. Great to see you again, Mr. Wake. Later!
Who's Max?
I saw where you were looking, buddy.
What
I
an
saw
airhead.
Jeez,
stare
Mr.
you were giving
takes
her.
a swing at everybody. This is not her fault. She's a very nice girl and, more importantly, a fan. She even has a fan site dedicated to you. And she was very helpful when I was looking for you. Seriously, Al, what you were saying in the car, just listen to yourself. What, you shot a guy and his body just disappeared? When was the last time you slept? Are you high? Have you been drinking?
No!
Big stuffer.
Look, Barry,
Those
I'm
cheesy
missing
poofs?
a week, and someone's got Alice, and everything's just...
Understand what it sounds like when you say stuff like that? Don't get me wrong, it's a good story, could be a bestseller. But when you start confusing fiction with reality, you're buying yourself a ticket to the funny farm.
All right, wait here.
Yeah, we also didn't like the pants as well, and the boots. Like that is a hell of a fit. I think it's not like top tier confidence. I feel like top tier confidence is like when I'm driving around in Japan here in like rural areas, and there are like a lot of farmers in their little pickups, and they'll just like just suddenly stop, like not even pull on the shoulder, just double park, just like pop on the hazards, jump out of the truck, and like piss into the ditch, facing like oncoming traffic. Like I want this level of confidence someday. I hope I can get it. No fucks left to give. I was mocking him with a sense of style. Oh no, I know. As am I.
Easy there, boy. I'm almost done.
Hey, Rusty, right? You rent cabins.
Oh, Mr. Wake. I'd shake your hand, but mine are kind of full here. Actually, I'm sorry about this. Would you mind grabbing the registration form from the desk? It's just across from Bucktooth Charlie.
Okay, sure.
Seriously, Al, you can't just
Giving
go
me a
and meet
task when there's a
kidnapper.
doggo there to be pet.
Those
Come on.
situations always end up in disaster. You gotta talk to the cops.
She's my wife, and it's my call. Can we talk about this later?
No, this whole thing. Listen, you hit your head. I mean, geez, Al, come on. You gotta understand how crazy all this sounds.
Let's hang out here with the good
Think this
boy.
is the form
You
you
are a
wanted?
good boy, aren't you?
And
I can
here
tell
are
you're a
the
good
keys.
boy.
Okay, you're all set, Mr. Wake. Glad to have you staying here.
Yeah, listen to that good
Thanks.
boy.
Can you tell me how to get to Lover's Peak?
Oh, sure. It's at the end of the nature trail. Just follow the paths, you'll get to it eventually. It's an easy walk. Nice spot, too.
If you're trying to pull a joke on me, freak me out, it's working. Ha ha, let's have a laugh on Barry. Well, you had me
Alright,
going
I
there
think
real
I'm,
funny, Al. You can quit it now.
I'm already over Barry. Can we split up? Sooner rather than later.
Al. Al? We should go to the sheriff or call the FBI.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her! This is not a goddamn debate, Barry. I'm going to Lover's Peak. He said to come alone.
Okay then. I understand. You're my best friend, and I'm worried that you're not right in the head. Tell me what to do to help, and I'll do it.
You stay here, and if I'm not back by morning, call the cavalry.
Achoo! Achoo! Just be careful with the natives, Al. These yokels are dangerous. Everybody hates a tourist, or it'll be Deliverance all over again.
I think anyone who uses the word yokel, like, unironically, we're not going to get along. We're just not, you know? Come on, give me some goodies. So I'm back to just having jack shit. All I got is coffee. Man, I had the shotgun, I had the handgun, the revolver, I had the flare gun. We just don't have any of that anymore. Oh, no. Oh, yes. It's all gone. Well. I guess it's kind of, I don't know. It's always kind of a relief where it's like, okay, if you really like botched it, if you used up everything, like in the next chapter, it's kind of going to reset for you. But I don't really know that I'm looking for that. And, you know, it's not really horror, this game, is it? I didn't really know how horrific it would be getting in. Because Alan Wake 2 looks pretty survival horror-y. But, like, I kind of want the stress of, like, managing my resources, you know? Anyway, let's read this. Bumpkin can be used lovingly, but I've never heard... Yeah, bumpkin, or, you know, there are some words. But yokel's just... It's only, like, condescending, and it's usually by someone who just, like, is going to make a blanket statement about anyone who lives in a rural place
Barry
is of a
had
certain,
never gotten
like,
along with Alice,
level of
but
intellect,
he
you
knew
know?
Alan loved her with an almost frightening intensity.
We're not going to get
And
along.
now something had happened to Alice. And here was Al armed with a gun and saying things people got put in padded cells for. It was as if his friend had experienced a massive psychotic episode and was now totally disconnected from reality. It scared the shit out of Barry.
It's an entirely shitty word, yeah. Yep.
Barry had the keys to the car he rented. It wasn't a long walk to the visitor center, and it wouldn't be any use to me in the forest.
Yeah, this is the kind of truck he would roll in on. Just that color too, right? It's not even the make and model. It's the color choice. We're getting a real sense of Barry.
I should have gone to the cops. This wasn't the smartest thing I'd ever done, but I was still angry with Barry for trying to talk me out of it. These people had called me right in the sheriff's station. The cops wouldn't scare them, and they had Alice.
It's like Barry is insufferable, but like Alan is no peach. So far, he's like a little too violent, like super aggressive, and suddenly, like I can understand being stressed, but buddy, the people around you, you know, they're not the culprit. Ooh.
Welcome back to the show, folks. As promised, our very own Dr. Nelson has just parked his rear end in the studio. Doc, what's your Deerfest plan like?
My plan? You make it sound a lot more organized than I ever seem to manage. No plan, really. Just taking the atmosphere. I'm getting a little too rickety to do much more than that, you know.
Oh, tell me about it. No sack race for us older gentlemen, huh?
Yes, exactly, Pat. But I'm going to check out the parade, of course. And I'll be one of the bar contest judges, too.
It's the conflict, right, of like what I want as a player. Like, I want to listen to the entire conversation, but I want to progress. So I'd like you just to keep playing in the background, but I kind of also like it being, you know, diegetic, like of the world. Like as I move out of earshot, it's going to be inaudible. There's just no way to give me everything I want. I want it all. Because I'm dying to hear more about Deerfest. Alan. He's deceptive because, you know, he can't like run for more than 30 seconds without getting winded. His jump is piss poor, but you know, when it comes to kicking, there's power in them legs. It's part of his inner rage that we're seeing burst out. Oh hell yeah.
Crime and punishment.
Another episode of my new favorite show.
Cancer and cure of civilization. But some crimes are impossible to punish, especially in Night Springs.
Yes, we are going to stand and watch all of these. Just so y'all know. The Man in the Mirror. Is this one about Michael Jackson?
He's inside, Agent. He's a weird one.
So, you're confessing to killing that guy, huh? Why?
And it coming?
Yeah, but why would you do that? I mean, you're a nice guy. Normal. Took a kid to a soccer game. So how come at the game, you pick a guy and, quoting from the arresting officer's report here, assault the victim's head area repeatedly with the weapon of choice being a pair of bare fists? Wow, that sentence really flows, huh? Maybe you're not the literary type. Okay, so you mess him up. But why? Who was that guy? We couldn't ID him. Why would a guy like you do him like that?
I didn't like his face.
Well, you must have hated it, because you really went to town there. I mean, there's no way to tell what he looked like. No ID on him either.
That must be difficult.
But then we ran the fingerprints. Got a match. Your prints. Identical.
Huh, how about that?
Your son said you were wearing a white shirt when you took him to the game. But the white shirt is on the dead guy.
It's plenty red now.
You won't get away with this.
Do you really think that's in any way relevant to me? I had plenty of time to talk to my boy before the cops arrived, you know? He won't stop screaming, am I right? You think he's ever gonna be okay? I left my mark. Believe me.
You bastard.
What? You gonna shoot me? What's the point? I'm going to prison. You got me.
I don't understand any of this.
And you never will. Don't worry. Maybe you'll see me again, Agent. Maybe in the mirror.
Okay. I liked episode 1 a little bit better. But I'm glad we watched it. Oh, we're not getting around there. No, not going in here, huh? Or are... Nope. Lover's Peak. Moonshine Cave. Ooh. Let's get in there. Is Alan a drinker? He's a writer. Those often... I don't want to make such a blanket statement, but some of our favorites. They were writers and drinkers, were they not? Some of our favorite literary greats. Do not feed wildlife. $100 penalty. Ain't worth it.
Rose
and
knew
Rusty.
that Rusty was in love with her, and she liked him too. She liked him a lot. He taught her to dance, and life had certainly taught her the value of a man who was gentle. He treated her well, made her smile, made her feel good. But Rusty wasn't the prince of her dreams, and that tended to underline the unbearable truth. She was no closer to that Hollywood magic than he was. The air in the visitor center was heavy with an awful smell, as if some rotten drowned thing had crawled up from its grave. Rusty kept coughing blood. My eyes were drawn to the twisted shape of his broken leg. The attack had been vicious. Max whined in his cage. Rusty's eyes were wild with fear and terror. He gasped. Mr. Wake, it happened just the way it was on that page. The vision left me weak. This was no head injury.
Rusty, hang on! We're coming!
There's shit everywhere! Damn it!
There is shit everywhere. Shit's kicking off. I know I can hear you calling for help, but what if I just like prioritize getting this manuscript page first and then reading it?
The visitor center was sturdy, but the impact turned the front of the building into splinters. Rusty was thrown across the lobby like a rag doll and hit the far wall hard. It didn't hurt until he tried to move and saw his leg bend the wrong way, felt the broken ribs stabbing him on the inside. Rusty howled in pain and fear, suddenly afraid to die alone.
Yikes. Oh, watch out for that.
Hello?
Back here. I'm back here. Hey, please help me.
Yeah, but what if we look for some goodies first? You know?
I'm here. I'm hurt. I can't move. Mr. Wake?
Oh, hell.
It happened just the way it was on that page. I found.
Aw.
True. It knew. So dark. It'll come back for me. You must. The lights. In the office. I have the key.
Okay, Rusty. Hang on. I'll be right back. Whatever did this couldn't be far. Rusty had found a page from the manuscript. It would help me understand what had happened.
So, about your good boy over here. Like, what are we gonna do about him? Because,
Shh. Good boy.
yeah. Can we take him? Like, can this suddenly become the Blair Witch game? Because I would love to have a dog companion. I think I like that game more than most people just because you got the dog. Because I really like that game. Anyone else here a fan of the Blair Witch game? Yeah, it was locked before. That wouldn't have changed.
The only way to make sure that Rusty was safe was to get the power running and the lights back on. At the last instant, I changed direction and threw myself down. The axe splintered the trunk of a tree. I stumbled into the pool of bright light. My lungs burned. I was too exhausted to move. I tensed as I waited for the killing blow, but it never came. I raised my head. Nothing moved in the darkness beyond. For the moment, bathed in the cold light, I was safe.
Got batteries. Yeah, look at, we had like 20 batteries, man. All gone. Had an awesome battery collection.
I was too late. Someone had destroyed the circuit breaker.
Yeah, we're
there
not
was
fixing
no
that.
way to get the lights back on.
Oh, jeez.
Rusty!
The ground was covered with oily patches that looked like liquid darkness.
Good boy. Good boy. We're not worried about Rusty. Good. Where's the good boy?
Had torn a mammoth-sized hole in the wall.
Something had taken good boy. Where are you, you monster?
Fishing is only permitted for those visitors who purchase a park fishing license. Obey the park ranger's instructions at all times.
Rusty? Rusty, no!
Closer than 25 yards. Pets must be leashed at all times. Never
Rusty.
leave your pet unattended. It is against the law to remove any natural objects or historical artifacts. This includes even rocks you may find along the river, or even simple berries.
Really? Not yet? Damn. Hey, Bowie, what's going on? Welcome. Doing some Alan Wake. You played Alan Wake before? No, you don't. No. Okay, now we're back to not getting the dodges. For a minute there, I was starting to get them. Oh, shit. Got that one, I guess. Get out of here. Is this the remake of Deadly Premonition? Are we gonna hear "Don't want to die"? Yeah, no, I'm waiting for it. We do have a lot of overlap here. There are a lot of similar vibes, which is the setting. We're seeing a lot of axes, like the Raincoat Killer. Whoops. It's a 2010 game. That's the same. We've got a good boy. We got a doggo around here. Although, look at that empty place where the dog once was. You hate to see it. Can I get around? Here we go. Go, go, go. Drop hazard. I did beat Deadly Premonition, yeah, earlier today. And then took a break for a couple hours. Went out, came back, started this one up. But I'm probably going to finish this chapter, this episode, and
What the hell was that?
stop there for today.
I saw from the window. I saw something.
Forget about it, Barry. It's just me going crazy.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. You're not crazy. I wish you were crazy, but you're not crazy. Ow, be careful.
Stay in the cabin. Don't open the door for anyone. I mean it.
What do we got? What does it say? Can't tell. I want to know. I want to know. the hiking trail, I guess. What did you think about the killer reveal? Oh, man. Kaysen. Kaysen. I never would have thought. I mean, I knew from the get-go something was up with Kaysen, right? Too suspicious, but I didn't know it was that there was that much up with Kaysen. That was wild. What a ride to the finish. I was convinced we were at the last boss. We were not.
Rusty thought about Rose. He was older than she was. Rose was barely out of her teens, but she made him.
Yeah, how did you feel about the Kaysen reveal?
What a train wreck his long-dead marriage had been. He still wore the ring. He'd been waiting for her to tell him to take it off. Now she never would.
It really hurt that finale. You know, losing Emily. Just the sapling sprouting out of her. That was rough, man. That hurt. Yeah. And what also hurt was some of the janky ass final encounters. The endless quick time event laden sprint down the tower steps. The just interminable, endless series of steps. That, I'm not gonna lie, there's no sugarcoating it. That sucked. Still love the game, but that shit sucked. Yeah. An experience I will never forget. It'll stick with me for the rest of my life. In fact, I have a new sound drop on the board to just showcase my love of Deadly Premonition. It's there, so whenever we feel like we need a little bit of whistling, we got it. Break glass in case of emergency. Break out the whistle when we need it. I don't know why I'm so invested in reading all of the stock state park, national park signs, but I am.
Peak was at
Gotta read
the
them all.
far end of the nature trail.
I'm collecting. Oh, Moonshine Cave. We got to prioritize that, right? We got to go to the Moonshine Cave. That was really good timing. The chase was bullshit. Now I don't want to play Deadly Premonition 2 since I heard it wasn't as good. Yeah, I'm wondering about that, right? Because like, I felt like Deadly Premonition 1, right, became a cult favorite. So like people found the good in it and learned to love it, in spite of the faults. So you have all that goodwill rolling into a sequel, and to like not have that well received even by already existing fans kind of worries me, right? Is this like a Shenmue 3 situation, which like I am the ultimate Shenmue fan? The second one is my favorite game of all time, and even I was just like, I love it because it's Shenmue, but it's I'm really working to love it, you know. This cave was the site of frequent and lucrative bootlegger activity throughout the Prohibition, 1919 to 1933. It was mostly used for temporary storage of alcohol smuggled from Canada, but at times alcohol was also distilled on the premises. Hey Frederick, did you ever have any sort of prohibition in Norway historically? Were there periods where that was ever outlawed or attempted to be? There we go. Yeah, there we go. We want some flares. Flare. Oh, that's not a flare sign. It's just a torch. I guess it's just the torch is always for. There we go. Finders keepers. Not that I've heard of. Yeah, your country was run by smarter people than ours. What a foolish thing that was, to even try to do that. There was a partial prohibition. Oh, really? In 1919? No kidding. I'll have to read this a little later. Oh, I guess this is a quick hit. It was held in Norway on the 5th and 6th of October, 1919. Overturning of the law. Yeah, that happened quickly. Yeah, I think they all happened quickly, right? At least for places where it was legal. Like people had a taste for it, and it's like you're trying to take that away. Alan doesn't need to make peepees. Okay. Oh, right, we got the flare out. I do that a lot. I didn't mean to do that. I didn't want to do that because I no longer have the awesome stock of flares I've been hoarding. Whoops. I'm watching a streamer play Spider-Man 2 and it's freaking amazing. On PS2? I remember that game being so awesome. Playing that game when that came out was how I felt playing the most recent Spider-Man 2018. It felt the same. It's like so different, but like how I felt about being able to swing around the world in that game. It's like now we're finally doing it, but it felt that way at the time. It felt like I was doing it, you know? Oh, the new one, right, of course. There is a new Spider-Man 2. Yeah, I forgot that's already out. That looks awesome, right? I've seen like, I guess I haven't seen any gameplay of it yet. I've been seeing like the lead up to it. Prohibition anywhere in Europe is bound to fail. Good luck getting Scandinavian people to stop drinking. I mean, just anywhere really where it's like established, right? But yeah, maybe some places harder than others. Yeah, I think Spider-Man 2, are you planning on playing it? Is anyone playing it already? It's gonna have to wait for me. And it's like, in any other year, I would be playing that right now, but just, we are just so overburdened with amazing gaming experiences in 2023 that it's gonna have to wait. I feel like that's a winter break game for me, right? Like when I have my awesome teacher, perks of teaching. Awesome break from school. Just like sitting back at the end of the year. No stress. We're gonna do some Spider-Man. Just really leisurely go through it. Oh boy. There we go. Guys are... You can take some damage. The internet and alcohol are the only ways for Norwegians to meet new people. I mean, increasingly, I think that's the case in many places. The Great Old One, felled by lightning in 1937. Felled by lightning in 1937, this exceptionally tall Rocky Mountain Douglas fir, Pseudotsuga menziesi, subspecies glauca, was over 200 years old. According to local legends, it stretched beyond the stars. After it fell, it was measured to be 66 meters tall, nearly a record length. Damn. Would have loved to have seen you in your prime. A fine old tree. Tree? I'm no tree, I'm an int. Oh fuck. All of my successful dodges are accidents. It's time. Sure, but for Nordic people known for being cold and distant till drunk. Oh yeah, that's true. Culture plays a role for sure. When people live in Japan, they must live in a pocket of space-time where news about games and current events don't reach them, especially Spider-Man 2's release. You know, I'm living in 2010. We're here in 2010, playing Deadly Premonition, Alan Wake. We don't know. You say Spider-Man 2, I'm thinking, oh, Spider-Man 2, the recent release from Sam Raimi in the ongoing Tobey Maguire trilogy. Yes, I know it. I know that game. I know that movie. MCU, you say? The Marvel Cinematic Universe? Well, I think you're confusing the separate properties of X-Men, Bryan Singer's X-Men, and the Spider-Man films. It's not one universe, though. There's no overlap. I can't even imagine a world where that happens. It will never happen, because they're separate companies, and they will never be merged into one. And we don't live in that kind of world. Mario and Sonic, they don't hang out. Is the end thing a Lord of the Rings? There you go. Maybe you mean the DC animated universe? Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's the only one that we've seen, right? And Star Wars will never be owned by Disney. Scott, can you imagine? George Lucas would never give that up. And he's done such a good job with it. Let's see, 2010. When did episode 3 come out? I feel like I was like a senior. Was that like 2005? I remember going with a lot of friends in high school, and I was in charge of getting the tickets, and I remember dropping like $120 on movie tickets to like secure a row to get us all in there.
I turned the corner, afraid of what the flashlight's beam might reveal. Suddenly, a roughly painted symbol of a torch glowed in the light. Behind it, hidden by a rock, sat a battered metal trunk. It was here for a reason, packed with supplies, batteries, flares, ammo, things you need to make it through the darkness of the night. Something left behind by someone who knew what I knew, and more.
Episode 3 came out in 2005. Yeah, okay. There we go. And what do we think? Knowing what we know now, would we have rather seen what George Lucas might have intended for 7, 8, and 9 to be? Or would we rather have the Disney trilogy? The devil you know and the devil you don't, right? Because I think for me, I think I would have rather have seen George Lucas's very, I'm sure, goofy-ass personal vision for the next trilogy. Fuck that, yeah, I mean, seriously, fuck that trilogy. I just mean, like, the prequels are also not good, but I would rather watch those than the sequels any day. They're just, like, more interesting movies to think about, to discuss, to watch in all of their... It's like the Deadly Premonition thing, right? It's like, it's a janky-ass experience, but it is like the vision of a creator, the unfettered vision of a creator that has something to say. Like, he has genuine things to say with his work. That Disney trilogy has nothing to say about anything. Goddamn. And Alan has nothing to say about anything either because he's dead. You enjoyed the prequels? I mean, I loved them when they came out. And then I returned to them and like, as a jaded teenager, I was like, these suck. And then as an adult, I like came back around on them as like, basically how I feel now, which is like, they are not good. Like a lot of like there's not good dialogue in those movies, right? They're like what is going for, like the overarching vision I think is very good, but he just like fumbles it constantly. But oh shit. I mean, it's like a very ambitious thing to try and do, right? Those movies. The order in which he went through them, and just like a long play of like Palpatine becoming the Emperor, and you know, there's like so much going on. Watching the shit, although it's ham-fisted, like the progression of like young angry Anakin into Darth Vader. You know, like what do we take away from like the sequels, right? Really, other than like some, yeah, I mean, like on a technical level, I guess they're better movies, but. Again, I don't think they had anything to say. I wonder what George Lucas does in his spare time, since the last movie he directed was 2005. Just enjoying that Skywalker Ranch, right? Just living. Just collecting Norman Rockwell paintings. I did see like a little mini interview with him once where he was like showing his collection of art. Just like walking around his complex there. I wish I had a flare. We don't have a flare, do we? Yeah. We got a lot of baddies here. Oh shit. Get out of here. I should be trying to dodge those, right? Oh, you're right here. Man, I'm just eating shit here. Okay. This is the time we do it right, though, right? Maybe there's a spot up ahead where I can turn on a generator or something if I just, like, book it. There's just, like, a lot of enemies. There's maybe, like, something in the environment that would help with this encounter? Potentially. We're gonna try. Oh, I guess we're not gonna try. We're not gonna try it that hard anyway, because we are at the end of the day, Alan Wake, and Alan Wake just cannot run for more than like 20 seconds at a time. Oh, baby. Oh. Talk about Lord of the Rings references. We are just Boromir in it, right? Doing the Boromir, doing the Sean Bean. Just dying. Maybe around this way? Yeah, there's a light down there. We need to get to it. Let's make it happen. Oh, come on. Go, go, go. But I don't have a flare. I don't have one of those. Alright, let's get ready. Can I get this? Can I get like the drop on them? Literally. Come up this way and drop down. Doesn't look like it. Although, what are we doing here? Where are we? No, this is like the worst route we've tried to take yet. Fuck me. Okay. That's not the play. Okay. Maybe he sprays some cheese in a can on a Ritz cracker, shoves it in his mouth, chews, swallows, and then takes a nap in Skywalker Ranch. When he wakes up, he does the same thing. You know, that's what I'd be doing. I'd be eating spray cheese on Ritz. Did we lose the game audio? Are y'all hearing anything? No audio. Yeah, what just happened? Oh, we were right there. No game audio, but you can hear me talking. What just happened here? And we're not, nothing. Huh. Interesting. Someone just shit the bed. What is this? So it's something with the Elgato, I guess. Yeah, it doesn't show any. Anyway, heading to bed. Good night. Yeah, thanks for coming by. I don't know. One second. Let's troubleshoot. Still nothing, huh? That's very weird. I wonder what's causing that. I wonder if it's like a streaming software glitch. like a bug in Streamlabs. Okay. Well, I guess I would have to restart the stream anyway. I was trying to make it to the end of the episode, but maybe we just end it here. We got the checkpoint. Keep rolling from this. Let's just see if I can get to this light. Because, I mean, to leave y'all hanging. Am I even going... Did I just turn myself around? I don't even know, man. Now I'm all kinds out of sorts. Is this where I'm supposed to, like... It's like that channel rewards I got. I'm supposed to do the sound effects myself. Let's just pretend I'm doing that. Ow. We're just dead. All right, I don't know. Retell that. There we go. All right, now I got to do it. All right. Woohoo, woohoo. Woohoo, woohoo. Shing. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Ow. Go, 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 go. That's me. I'm editorializing. Go, go. I'm just doing the same shit again and again. Okay, wait. I just need to fight them, I guess. This isn't working. Dum 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 dum. Woohoo! Woohoo! I can't really remember the specific sound effects everything was making, so this is like I'm kind of fumbling here. What are they talking about? These guys. What kind of sound does this make? Fuck me. This is not going well. Go, 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 Alan, go! Go, go! Damn it. All right. The thing is, I can't even set the timer to stop this because we just don't have any audio. All right, I'm going to get this light, and that's where the stream is going to end. And then I'm going to have to figure out why this has happened and where the problem is happening. So, but we're going to do this. They come up on me, right? There's just too many of them. Vroom, 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 vroom. Get the fuck out of here. All right. I can do the birds. I can do the birds fine. Maybe there's a better spot to like be. There's just so many, man. I don't have anything else to really use here, do I? I'm forgetting to do the effects. Okay, we do need to back up. Wait, okay, so we got the 6 with the shotgun. Damn it. Oh, if I would have dodged that, I would have had it, right? Oh, actually, this is the part. Okay, instead of sound effects, because I've had enough of that. I've like affected the same scene like 9 times now. So maybe like we do like the Alan Wake style narration of what's happening, right? Instead, I ran around the enemies. Once again, I was getting just fucking wrecked. I pulled out the shotgun. I let off a couple shots. I didn't really know my strategy here. I was fumbling once again. I tried running this way. I failed to dodge. I failed to dodge multiple times and died again. I reloaded. This time I thought, actually, that previous attempt went fairly well. So let me try that again, which is to just barrel through, squeeze off a couple of shots, burst through them, try and get on the other side, turn around. They picked up the axe. I steeled myself. I thought, maybe this is the time. Is this the one that we can make it happen on? It's not looking good, but you never know. I turned around. I thought, well, okay, here's a development. Maybe I fumbled into the darkness. I thought, okay, negative development on the other side of the positive one. I was once again cornered by multiple enemies. They were throwing shit at me. I was low on ammo. I failed to dodge. I died again. So it goes. I resigned myself to this fate, but then unresigned myself and said, we never give up. We always persevere until we get it. I once again ran down the hill. I loaded the shotgun. I thought, let me be prepared. This time I thought, let me not run into the dark. Let me stay on the path. I watched them descend for the 15th time. I watched them lay into me again for the 15th time. I actually managed to pull off a dodge. I did not manage to pull off the next dodge. I was ready to die again, but I didn't want to die, so I just thought maybe if I dodged successfully. I got stuck behind the sign. I died again. I thought, obviously, I'm doing something wrong. There's no way that I can just fail this many times in a row. But I'm hard-headed. So I decided to do the exact same thing again. I thought one of these times it has to work, right? I questioned no one in particular. I cast my question out to the unanswering woods. I dodged again. I failed to dodge. I ran down the hill. I failed a second dodge. I died again. I thought, what is this? What is the trick to the dodges? I can never seem to do them on purpose, only accidentally. I ran down the hill again. Live, die, repeat. I started to feel like Bill Murray in Groundhog Day. I thought, instead of doing this, should I just go learn to play piano or something? Maybe something more productive. Same guys. What if we tried to, like, I don't know, soften them up a little bit on the way down? But then, then we get just clusterfucked. We've learned this lesson multiple times. Apparently, I need to learn it again. I managed to dodge, but it was still looking like failure overall. I had taken too much damage. I failed another dodge. Here they were. I died again. I thought if only I had a flare, just a single flare might really change the tide here, but I just didn't. I didn't have it. I only had the shotgun. So we went down the hill again. The best luck we'd had thus far was somehow manage to dodge our way through the enemies into this tunnel of sorts and out the other side. I thought if we could just manage to dodge that guy on the other side, we might have something here. But of course, it requires the management of a dodge, which we didn't have. We failed to dodge. We died again. Good God, why can't I get this right? Like, sometimes I dodge through them and sometimes I don't. I thought to myself. I thought, it's really stupid to just try the same thing like 20 times in a row, but what if this was the time that it worked? The dodges never work when you need them to. But what if we did this time? What if we got you? Oh, we managed to dodge. We got into the light. Holy shit. I thought to myself, is this a dream? We've lapsed into the dream state. There's no way I managed to finally do it. But I did. I'd reached the light. I felt overjoyed, but that overjoyment was kind of undercut by the fact that we didn't have any sound effects. We couldn't really revel in it. But we managed to get to the Lover's Peak sign. We thought, do we end it here? This might be the place to end it. Alan looked to his mouse, he looked at his keyboard, he looked to his streaming software, and he thought, okay, let's go ahead and get these lovely viewers to a place that has sound. He looked down the assortment of other streamers currently going on Twitch. He thought, should we send you to anywhere in particular? He thought, let's go to JFodic. JFodic is really always a great channel, but today in particular, playing the band game Rule of Rose. Alan thought that might be the kind of place they might want to send his very patient, lovely viewers. He decided to raid JFodic. He typed it in. He started the raid. He took this opportunity to thank everyone for hanging out. He really enjoyed himself. He committed himself to fixing whatever this issue is and coming back tomorrow. Or, if not tomorrow, someday soon, to continue this journey as Alan. Until then, he hoped everyone would be well, and he signed off for the day. He initiated the raid. Yeah, thanks. I hope I fix it. Yeah, we'll figure out what's going on. Anyway, until next time, be well. Y'all take care.